EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over first.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Wants to look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Saints 14, Dolphins 7. Kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. They'll find Williams on the slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down, Miami.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Dolphins 7.
On second down, a run with Breida. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there. Down to the 29.
Alvin Kamara.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches, 3 tight ends. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Saints 21, Dolphins 10. To kick off for New Orleans.
it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 76 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. throw again. Flushed out right. He's going to take it, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Saints 28, Dolphins 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Field punts to kick off for New Orleans.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Dolphins 25. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Intended for Hill. Nick Needham picks it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Saints 7-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Preston Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
It almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Kamara. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Saints 35, Dolphins 32.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On the play.
First, some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. inside the 25.
On the carry.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
2 and now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for Jakeem.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That was across midfield and inside the 45. Well-executed 22-yard gain. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
26 yards. First down, Miami.
Back to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. One final try for Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Incomplete. It's third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Dolphins.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Try to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was,